guys. First of all, thank you, the guys, everybody who's like tuning in. I have something very, very special. I really want to share with you. I've been dying to share it with you, honestly, since the first time I heard it. And with us today, we have Kak Noor. And Kak Noor, thank you so much for your time.
You're
Precious
welcome.
time to share this very, very special story. Okay, so let's get into it. Kak Noor, can you tell me a little bit about your father? Because since the story today is about your dad, right?
Yeah. Okay, before about my dad, maybe just an introduction sikit lah ya. I am a mother of two young adults, and I'm also a daughter to an 81 years old father who had a heart attack 2 kali December 2020. And unfortunately, due to a rising of cases and the hiking of numbers, we were not able to go through the operation. My father is due for an operation to do his bypass, tetapi dah 3 kali postpone. Unfortunately, 3 kali dah postpone, Azian. Yeah. So we've been taking care of him at home. I am a primary care taker of my father. So, however, sebelum heart attack tu, my father memang, sorry, my son just sneezed. So, yeah, sebelum heart attack tu, my father memang ada knee issue, knee problem, yeah. His knee was a bit weak due to old accident. So, bila heart attack, right after the first heart attack tu, his knee doesn't seem to be working well anymore. So second one, it was getting from bad to worse, yeah. And he is on wheelchair lah, literally on wheelchair. Tak boleh nak gerak, tak boleh, it's not mobile. So it was like really, he needs help in terms of his movement and everything. So that's how it is. So we've been taking care of him kat rumah macam tu, between me and my son, my sisters, my siblings semua lah. Tapi I live with my mother, so I came back and live with him. So I'm taking care of him. So that's a little bit of background of my brother lah ni. Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
So he's been he's had a heart attack. He's waiting, and because of COVID, he's not being able to do much except basically now it's a waiting game lah.
Correct.
Right. So you've recently let him try the Aulora socks, right? So where did you hear about the Aulora? Where did you hear about Aulora?
Yeah. So when I came back, tak boleh nak jalan again, so I start looking for things like if anything that can assist or help him, right? So I actually posted on my Facebook. I asked if anyone could recommend anything. I actually told a story of what happened. So a friend of mine, her name is Ash, she reached out. So she suggested a pen. In all honesty, actually, she suggested a pen. Tapi for an 81 years old ni, dia ketegak, orang kata tahu ketegak, dia tak mau, he doesn't want to put on a pants. Yes, he doesn't want to put on pants. So dia kata susah, dia nak pakai sarung, all these kind of things, right? And then I kata tak apa, so I leave it first. I wear and it works well on me. Of course, that's another story lah, ya, Zian. So what happened was puasa start, first week of puasa, dia kata sejuk malam tu. So I gave him a socks that I bought for myself. I kata tak apalah, try lah pakai socks ni, tahan sejuk, blah 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 and everything. I said it also will help you. So he put on a socks on the first week of puasa. So he was going on pakai religiously, dia tak dia pakai tiap malam dia pakai. So then I could see that macam instead of someone yang previously kalau nak pergi bathroom pun kita kata mengesut, mengesut, ya. So because he feels like macam it's such a for him to nak bangun, nak pegang tongkat and all those things. So dia pergi toilet pun dia mengesut. From someone who's like that, what happened was last weekend, I think it was second day ke third day of Raya macam tu, it was last Saturday, I was supposed to go on Zoom on So I prepare everything, siap lunch dia, after dia solat Zuhur, prepare everything siap. So I bagi my father makan, I came up. So usually I will go down and clean everything, okay? This is just before 3 o'clock. So I went downstairs. I couldn't find my father. And then I saw a wheelchair at our gate. The wheelchair is there. but my father is not there. For a moment, I freaked out. And then I started calling my son, blah, 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 everything. So much commotion at that point of time. We ran out. I dengan baju kurung, dah lawa-lawa, makeup, all this kind of things. I went out and split with my son, start looking for my father. Tengah-tengah panas, call my sister, call my brother and everything. And then I came back because couldn't find him. Then I realized something is missing. My 4D bicycle is missing. About 15 minutes, I had a guy coming, knocking on our door saying that my father is sitting down about 200 meters from our home with a bicycle, waiting. So we ran and fetched him, brought him back. What happened was, find out that he actually took the bicycle, Aizen, cycle out to a shop. We could die. So I was like, what happened? So he came back home and cakap, why did you do that? You know, I was so worried and everything. Tapi dalam duk cakap tu, I was literally crying, you know, because I was so worried what had happened to him. Rupanya dia dah penat, agaknya dah tak boleh kan, dah cannot cycle back kan. He actually sat down there, you know. Nasib baiklah orang area ni kenal kita and came and told us and we went and fetched him. But when I spoke to him, he looked at me. It was like a child. It was like a child. He said, sorry, Abah tak buat lagi. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Okay.
He said, sorry, Abah tak buat lagi. From someone who was so upset and angry, I actually feel relief that for a moment there, how can my father cycle for someone yang selama ni for months tak boleh nak jalan, you know, can't even walk. Yes, so much difficulty even with the tongkat sometimes kan. When I think back, I kata it was actually an achievement for him.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine what was in his mind when he just got up, took the bike, and cycled? He must have had that much like freedom from being confined to a wheelchair for months.
Exactly. And then I was like, actually, you know, I shouldn't even get very upset with him, kan? And yeah, I let it be because to me, perhaps deep inside him, he says like he felt free, he felt good, I don't know. And for someone who's been so bounded, movement, not mobile, and you know, as long as he's fine, that was literally. So I'm like 3 weeks he was wearing the sock and suddenly he felt like he's a superhero.
Wow.
Boleh 𝗂𝗶𝗵𝗀𝗍𝗏 like that kan, you know. So that's actually what happened. So it was really an afternoon that I will never forget when I went out and I saw the wheelchair was empty. That's it.
That feeling must have been absolute dread. Dah lah dekat gate.
Correct.
Right? So
correct.
Alhamdulillah your dad is fine. He went to the shop to buy what again?
Oh dear me, Azian, you're not gonna believe it. No, I know I shouldn't be saying this. I really thought that he wanted, you know, my father, he is a smoker lah. I thought maybe addicted wanted to go get a cigarette because we don't give him, right? Heart attack patient. Dia pergi shop to go and get a battery for his clock. Clock dia mati.
It's such an innocent. I just wanted to, atau memang nak cari alasan to just go out and do something, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
I don't know what was in his head. Either he was feeling good, either he was feeling suddenly, you know, oh, I need a battery, tak nak menyusahkan or whatever. I don't know what was in his head. Tapi I pun macam tak nak tanya. After I sat back, you know, though my son was a bit, you know, like macam, oh, why, you know. Tapi yeah, that's, I didn't want to ask. For a moment there, I thought, let it be. Let him feel good about it. As long as he's safe, he's back home. Now he's with us. yeah, I spoke to him. I told him about it. Abah janganlah buat macam ni lagi. Tolonglah, jangan buat macam ni lagi. I kata, you know, that was about it. But it's amazing how he felt good that he could hold the bicycle, he could cycle, and it's not like macam jalan ke hujung tau. It's about 200 meters from the house where we went and picked him up. It was all the way kat depan, you know, it was all the way at the shop area. Yep. That my father, the hero. Yeah.
truly hero. I know it's not easy to look after a parent or to be a primary caregiver. So you're doing an amazing job. You're doing an amazing
so much.
job.
Well, like I said, I'm a daughter besides being a mother, and one day we will all grow old, and this is his time. Masa ni lah kita nak rebut pahala pun, Azian, like I said. Yeah. Well, tanggungjawab is tanggungjawab, right? I'm not going to leave him like that. So.
May Allah bless you sebab anak soleh.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't say that, tapi I do what I can.
Yeah.
I do what I can. Yes.
So one last question.
Yes.
That was just 3 weeks pakai socks, kan?
Yeah.
And now we've because most of the time we talk about the pants. I know a lot of the live that I've done, we've always talking about the pants, but this is actually a very, very powerful story about the socks for people who are unable to wear the pants. So, you know, for what have you got to say to people who are wanting to try the Aulora series tapi not sure yet, like you have benefit from the pants, your dad has benefited from the socks. What have you got to say to them? What can you share?
I mean, the things is, then I came from industry. We do marketing, right? We do advertising. I do advertising for some of my client before. You know, technology has evolved. Macam-macam is available out there. The only thing is we need to do is be open-minded, not to be so closed-minded about things. So, and always give it a try. I mean, I know sometimes orang kata belanja duit, all those kind of things. Tapi kalau it works, and then go out there and find out as many information as you can. It's available all out there. So when I was doing the research, I find out orang yang, you know, sakit lutut, tak boleh sembayang, boleh sujud, all those kind of things sampai kan. So to me, it's like give it a try lah. Give it a try, and then because it's not easy for these people, they're sitting down or doing their solat sambil duduk, kerusi ke, wheelchair ke, and if they can make that small move sekalipun, you know, it's a win. It's such a huge difference for them, you know. So do it, invest on such a things. Of course, kalau my father nak pakai pants tu, I would literally sarung pants tu for him. Tapi because dia tak biasa kan, dia tak nak. So, and that socks don't look as it's something that's very small.
Don't underestimate it, kan?
Don't underestimate the socks because the technology is there, you know, how it's made of, and it works. 3 weeks and it works. For this 81 years old man, kalau dia sendiri boleh rasa yang macam lepas-lepas dia dah pakai pun dah rasa lega sikit, dah tak ada sengal or anything, it works.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it works. So why not give it a go to our parents? Kita sekalipun, I mean, at 54 years old, I pun kadang-kadang rasa penat, rasa lengur, you know, put it on because it helps with the blood circulation. Everything goes back to blood circulation. Imagine blood to start flowing, you feels like you are a superhero already. There you go.
Can cycle anyway.
Yeah, just give it a try. Jangan skeptical sangat lah, you know, macam-macam lah nowadays you can find out there. Exactly. That's what I have to say.
As long as we do our research, betul.
Correct. That's all I would say. I mean, go and get it. It has helped so many people, as in my father is one of them. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. It was a very raw sharing today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, like, you know, for asking me to do it. I know it wasn't easy. You know, it's a very personal thing.
It is.
If it can help a lot of people out there, yeah, why not? Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Inshallah. So anyone, guys, thank you so much for listening and tuning in. If you're watching this video through Kak Noor, please contact Kak Noor for more information. If you're watching this through myself, then I'm happy to answer any questions you have, or you can just ask any questions in the comments, and either Kak Noah or myself, we will reply. Okay? So with that, all right, thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. And I will see you later tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Azian.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thanks a lot.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.